All right, I want to start off by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we're back with another lesson. And this one's going to be titled An Unbreakable Foundation. Okay? That foundation that we're building spiritually, right? Is we're building a foundation, which is Yahushai. All right, we are building, right, our spiritual houses, which we know that the house of David is being built, but also us here on the earth, okay, are building our own house, which is going to be our protection, okay, which is Yahushai, which is the cornerstone, right? And that's the unbreakable foundation. There's no other foundation which, when these storms come, right, these calamities, all right, that are going to be able to hold up to those winds and those great floods that are coming, right? Okay, and as you see, right, nothing new under the sun, because back in the first Roman Empire, okay, a lot of people rejected Yahushai, okay, same ones that turned them over, all right, they wanted a murderer, okay. They chose a murderer instead of Yahushua, and they're doing the same thing today, okay? They choose Cesar Borgia over the truth, right? Which Cesar Borgia was a homo. He was a murderer, okay? And this is who our people have chose. And they have rejected Yahushua once again, all right? So there's nothing new under the sun. But the hopeful elect, okay, and the elect, okay, whoever it may be, Lord willing, we're part of that number, okay, are building that unbreakable foundation through Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, okay, which is going to carry us, all right, and which is going to hold up, all right, and protect us, right, like I said, through the calamities, the winds, the storms that are coming, all right, and not one piece, right, of that house is going to be moved, all right. So it is important to build off this truth, okay, which is Yahushai, the foundation, all right. So let's go to the book of John. Chapter 1, we're going to start at verse 6.
This is the book of John, chapter 1 and verse 6. There was a man sent from Yahweh, whose name was John.
And this is talking about John the Baptist, okay? Go ahead.
The same came, Salakia, for a witness, to bear witness of the light.
You see that? To bear witness of the light, okay? Which is Yahushua, and is going to explain it further. Go ahead.
That all men through him might believe.
See that? Might believe, right? We're going to believe in what? We're going to believe that we could be saved. We're going to believe that everything that is written is going to come to pass, okay? Even when things look like, there's no more hope. This is our hope. Our hope is going to be in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Go ahead.
He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light.
So John is saying, I'm not that light, but I'm bearing witness, okay? Go ahead.
That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world.
Go ahead.
He was in the world, and the world was made by him.
That's right, because in the beginning, okay, the word was with Yahweh, right? Which is Yahushai, okay? Yahushai is the author and the finisher, right? The author and the finisher of all things, man. Okay, as it says in the scriptures, okay? He's the beginning and the end, all right? The Alpha and the Omega, okay? So the Yahweh gave him the blueprint, and he created the world, okay, and everything in it. Go ahead.
And the world knew him not.
See that? And the world knew him not. As in today, the world doesn't know him at all either. The current world we're in right now does not know Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, okay?
He came into his own, and his own received him not.
You see that? And it's the same story today, okay? You see all these coon pastors and all these people in these churches, these black churches, Hispanic churches, Catholic churches, just going crazy, you know what I mean? And they have rejected the truth, all right, and chosen fairy tales, all right? You see, because they know him not, all right? And they're not receiving it. They can't receive it, okay?
But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of Yahweh, even to them that believe on his name.
You see that? Even to him that believe on his name. Okay? Even to him that believe on his name. Which is what? Yahushai Hamashiach. Okay? You see that? So it also begins with the name. To those that believe in that name. All right? You see? And them powers as well, when it comes right here, it says he gave them power. There's going to be spiritual powers given to those men that really believe. All right? In the times that are coming. All right? Persecution is going to come. Right? You're going to be able to cloak. You're going to be able to disappear right in front of people. Okay? You're going to be able to fly or whatever the case may be. All right? The Lord is going to bring spiritual powers upon his men. Okay? And this is going to be real. You know? And it's to those that believe. A lot of people hear this shit and they laugh. Okay? Those are the non-believers. All right? But those that believe, you best believe that you're going to receive them powers by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We're going to be on some X-Men, you know, Marvel comic type shit out there, okay? Because we believed, okay? We believed in the report. We believed in Hamashiach Yahushai, okay? We believed in all the things that were promised, okay? And that's why it's important to fight to the end and keep building on this foundation right here, okay? Remember, but it said believed, even to them that believed on his name. Why? Let's go to real quick to John 3. Okay, and let's go down to 18. All right.
There's a book of John, chapter 3, and verse 18. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already.
You see that? This is red letter. This is Yahushai speaking himself. Okay? So if you don't believe in Yahushai, you're condemned already. You're done. You're finished. Okay? That's it. But it's not only that, right? You got to know him. And to know him, you got to know his real, true name. Okay? Not Jesus. Okay? Go ahead.
Because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yahweh.
You see that? Because he has not believed in the name. Right? In the name. How the hell you say you know somebody, but you're not going to call him by his name? Right? We'll break it down and tell you the letter J didn't come out till 500 years ago. Right? In the Renaissance period, it was invented. It's a Greek letter. It's not Hebrew. There's no letter J in the Hebrew. So his name couldn't have been Jesus. All right? We'll break that down to you, and you still don't believe. You still want to call him Jesus. Okay? So you an unbeliever. You're already condemned. All right? Point blank, period. Okay? Go ahead.
And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light.
You see that? Men love darkness rather than light, right? You guys loved Esau's ways instead of Yahushai, which we know Esau is the counterpart of Satan. Okay? Go ahead.
Because their deeds were evil. For every one that doeth evil hateth the light.
Salakia. Yep, because Salakia, I want to just say that. Because their deeds were evil, you see? When your deeds are evil, you want to hide in darkness. When criminals come out, they come out at night, mostly. Right? Dressed in all black hoodie, black mask, black gloves, everything. Okay? Because they want to stay in darkness. Okay? And that's how these people operate as well, through the spirit. Okay? Read 20 again.
And for every one that doeth evil hateth the light.
You see that? So everybody that doeth evil hateth Yahushai, okay, which is that light, okay?
Neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved.
You see that? Neither cometh to the light, although his deeds should be reproved, right? Okay? You see? So unless you come and show yourself, you know, the Spirit is going to reveal what you're doing. There's no hiding your actions, okay? And that's why people like hiding in that doctrine, you know, that Christian doctrine. You know, they don't want to come to the truth, you know what I mean? They don't want to be reproved. The laws are done away with. We can do whatever we want. You know, that's that darkness they want to stay in, right? Go ahead. 21.
Yeah, but he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are right in Yahweh.
You see that? So everybody that doeth truth, right, coming to the light, right, that his deeds may be made manifest. You ain't got nothing to hide if you're doing what is right. Okay? You got nothing to hide if you're doing what is right. Okay, but if you're doing what's wrong, of course, you want to hide. Okay, you want to hide, and that's how these people are operating. That's why in the churches, they close the doors. Okay, they got their own little congregation. They call us a cult. You know what I mean? But hey, they're an evil cult. Okay, they're the ones moving like them evil cults, doing everything in secrecy. Just like the Illuminati and the Skulls and Bones and all them secret societies. Okay, the Bohemian Grove, they do everything in secrecy. Okay, we're out in the open. All right, proclaiming the truth because we got nothing to hide. The books are open right there for you to either receive it or reject it. Okay, whichever spirit the Lord put in you. All right, but it all starts by accepting the name Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay, and believing in this truth. Okay, that's the foundation. That's going to be the unbreakable foundation because we're coming in these times that you're going to need Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai more and more. All right, 1,000 pounds of ramen noodles in your basement ain't going to be enough. All right, 200-300 gallons of water, okay, stored up ain't going to be enough. All right, 5,000 bullets, okay, with 13, 15, 20 guns ain't going to be enough. You're going to need Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's that foundation that's going to be untouched, right, with no cracks, no mold, no nothing. All right, everything else is going to get swept up. Okay, so you must be building on this foundation, man. Yahweh Shai, okay, is just, it's not spoken about enough how much we need Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai in these times. Okay, and you be a fool to not hold on to this truth and apply it to yourself. We have to hold on to it. And I speak to my son as well all the time, and I tell him, we're coming to these times where if we really believe in this, we got to tighten up and really do this work and really believe these things are going to come to pass with no fear. The only thing we got to fear is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and his judgments, man, and do what is right. Sacrifice what we have here, all right? Sacrifice what we have here, all right, for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and hope for the kingdom and really believe, okay? We got to believe, okay, because immortality is going to come to those that believe and are righteously moving, all right, and applying this truth, okay, obeying Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, okay, and really just having faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai that these things are going to come to pass, all right, and that he will deliver, all right, those that are doing good, those that are obeying, those that are doing the work in truth and sincerity, teaching the true doctrine, teaching Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, teaching the MOTB, building this unbreakable foundation, right, from that cornerstone, all right, which is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay, so let's go to the book of Psalms. All right, chapter 118, and let's go to verse 22.
There's the book of Psalms, chapter 118, and verse 22. The stone which the builders refused is become the headstone of the corner.
You see that? The stone which the builders refused is become the headstone of the corner. Okay? See that? He's become the headstone. All right? So without him, there is no building. Okay? Without him, there is no foundation. Okay? How the hell can you drive a car with no bolts bolted on the wheels, man? All right? Here it is. You're going to make it so far before the wheels fall off. Okay? So how you going to build a house? All right? How you going to build anything? All right? And building goes into that wisdom. All right? Without Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Without Yahweh Shai, man. He's the cornerstone. Okay? And a lot of you builders have rejected it. And guess what? When them calamities come, all right, you're going to have no protection, man. It's going to be like the big bad wolf huffing and puffing on that straw house, okay? Okay, made out of straw, made out of hay, all right? The wise one was the one that built it with bricks, all right? And those are the ones that are building, right, with the truth, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, okay? Not God, not Jesus, okay? Not the MOTB is sin, not the MOTB is cargo, all right? The white man could be saved. The nation's not could be saved. I found the crack. I found some controversy, okay, in the doctrine. No, man. The Lord said He is not the author of confusion, okay. The Lord said a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of these times, okay, right? And it all starts with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, okay, that true light, the true vine. All right, that we must be attached to in order to bear them righteous fruits, okay? But this is about building an unbreakable foundation, all right? So let's go to the book of Matthew. Let's go to the book of Matthew, all right, chapter 24, Salakia, not 24, 7 and 24.
There's a book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 24.
So this is red letter right here, okay? Go ahead.
Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man.
You see that? Whoever hears his sayings, okay, these instructions, the ways of life, right, and doeth them, right, I will liken him unto a wise man,
which built his house upon a rock.
What rock is that? Okay, the rock, that cornerstone that you people have rejected, okay, and Lord willing, we accept that rock until the end. Okay, Lord willing, we endure, all right, and keep building on that foundation. Okay, why?
And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock.
You see that? It was founded upon a rock. It's that unbreakable foundation. Why? Because the enemy's going to come like a flood. Okay, but the Lord says He's going to what? Lift up a standard. He's going to lift up a standard for the elect, men, women, and children that stood stiff for this word, that stood stiff for the truth, that builded upon this rock. Okay, that builded upon Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay, you see? The winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not. Okay, you see that? These calamities, these wars that are coming, persecutions, all that. Okay, the missiles. All right, the Lord is going to protect those, okay, that build upon this rock. Go ahead.
And every one that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it.
You see that? So all you people that have rejected, right, that cornerstone, okay, your house is going to have a great fall. Especially you men. And I'll always say, you guys are the head of the house, okay? You guys are responsible for your children, your wives, okay? Understand that if you're not in the right mind, all right, and you don't believe in this truth, okay, your whole household is going to have a great fall, all right? Understand that. Your whole household is going to have a great fall, and it's going to be your fault, all right? You rejected the Lord, so the Lord is going to reject you, okay? As the scripture says, right? For they have rejected knowledge, right? So I will also reject them from being priests, right? He's going to reject you and your children, okay? It's a very scary thing. So that's why we got to fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's why we got to do His sayings, receive His instructions, okay? Hearken unto this truth, all right? And keep praising the names Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, all right? Nothing else feels right but those names, okay? And only the hopeful elect is going to roll like that, okay? They don't feel comfortable in saying Christ, Jesus, God, okay? No, it's Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's the only thing that feels right to my spirit, okay? Why? Because I fear the Lord, all right? And I need His protection. I know that He's the only way out, okay? Nothing else can save me. Not me, not the military, okay? Not the technology that's coming. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is the only way out, all right? So Lord willing that, that blueprint, has been given to me, and that I never be deceived or that the Holy Spirit doesn't get taken away from me, I pray in humility, all right, that gift of faith remains with me and increases, because we're going to need it in the days that are coming, all right? Why? Because there's a great flood coming, okay? And those that didn't build on an unbreakable foundation, right? That cornerstone, the rock, Yahweh Shai, all right, is going to see a great fall, okay? So let's close it out with the book of Isaiah, chapter 59 and verse 19.
There's the book of Isaiah, chapter 59 and verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood.
See that? So the enemy is going to come like a flood, man, okay? Remember, if you didn't build your house, right, on that with that cornerstone, that flood is going to break your house down, man. It's going to be a great fall, all right? And that's going to be Esau storming in, right? Remember, the scripture says that the devil's coming with great wrath, knowing he got a short time, okay? And we're almost at the end. So what do you think he's going to do, okay? He's going to revert to his blessing, the sword, okay? Which is the Lord sending, bringing that last swing on you 2/3 that didn't want to hearken, all right? But what's going to happen to the 1/3? Go ahead.
The Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
You see that? So the Lord's going to lift up a spiritual standard, right? A standard, right? And it's going to be a divine intervention against him, but only for the elect, all right? And that's explained in the 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 70 to 75, how the Lord's going to guide them that kept his commandments, okay? He's going to be a guide unto them that kept his commandments, all right? There ain't no other way around it, okay? Lord willing, the Lord can preserve us. Lord willing, you know, that we remain doing what is right, okay? And I could feel it, just like the brothers could feel it, that we're in the end, man. Time is running out. Time is running out. And there's going to be good things coming for those that have held on. There's going to be bad things coming to those that rejected that cornerstone, those that rejected Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, it's a scary times, man. And it's scary for everybody because we don't know if we're part of that number. We could only hope, okay? But we could only do the best we can and keep pushing this word and keep obeying the Lord, okay? And believing, all right? Believing that salvation is coming, okay? And not having that doubt demon on you, okay? Just keep pushing forward, examining yourself, all right? And sharpening your sword, which is this word. Our sword is spiritual. It's not carnal, okay? So, Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, we're going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba, Abba.
Abba, Abba.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwame Shirala.
Shalom.
Shalom.